Hello and welcome back to my channel, ladies and gentlemen of YouTube. Or if this is your first time here, welcome. Today we're going to be doing a character showcase. So if you've played Grand Chase already, you'll see that these characters are a bit out of order, but Grand Chase does allow you to customize your order. Mine's customized just in the order of my weakest to strongest. Well, strongest to weakest, but in this video we're going to be going from my weakest and then making my way up to the strongest. We're going to be going over our character's total attack, which is right here. So last my weakest with 98,000, just under 100k. We're going to do Taint resistance, 5.24%. And then we're going to show runes, which a lot of my characters don't have runes set up. And we're going to be doing core sets. Now the runes we're only going to be doing for the top 3 characters, and we're only going to be doing cards that we have in our characters for the top 3 characters. Everybody else will just show the total attack and the QWERTY set for them. So for last we have the full season 5 Mad Tea Party QWERTY set, and then their pet. We'll show pets too. We have Rui. So that's my last. These character showcases should take maybe 30 seconds a piece, probably. And then the very last 3 should take longer. So 106,000 or 107,000 if you want to round. For him we have Devilian, we actually just got him, and then we have the full Soul Extortion Season 5 set, excluding the upper chest piece, as you can see, as well as a bunch of other stuff on the side. Crap. So here we have Ryan. He has 118,000. He has the full Season 6 Phantom Thief QWERTY set. And then we have Arson. Sigurd. Sigurd we don't actually, or C-chart, however you want to pronounce it. 109,000. So some of these are slightly out of order, just because I don't update my total attack list every single second. But yeah, so this is the QWERTY set. It doesn't come with weapons or whatever. It's just the armor set. Well, it does come with one weapon, but it's for first job. This is the Battle Pass armor set. We have him on our Sigurd, a couple miscellaneous things, and then our pet is Gaikaz. Super rare pet. You'll probably never get him. Alright, Army, 132k. And then pet, we have Rui again, and then we have the full Season 5 Mad Tea Party set again. So there are like 2 sets that I have 2 of, and that one's because it looks good male and female, and the other one is for a different reason I'll get to when we get around to it. So 125,000 Lime. For her we have the Sia QWERTY Season 5 set. I just think this looks really good at Lime, because look at how it matches her eyes as opposed to her normal color, which is green. We have Sia, which makes sense being the name of the QWERTY set. Apparently we have a full inventory. 129,000. QWERTY, full GC band upper armor Season 6 set, and then the GC band Jackie pet. So there's a lot of other QWERTY sets that I think look better on Amy. My biggest problem with her is her orange eyes. I wish she had pink eyes. But yeah, my biggest problem with this set is it doesn't look super great, and I would have put a different set that looks better on her, but this one matches her aesthetic more because of like the music and the rock band pet, since she's all music based. And then I have the Clown Circus QWERTY set for her as well, but that doesn't give stats because that's actually just from Nightmare Circus and I QWERTYfied it. Liar, 145,000. And we have the full Dokubai Kings Season 5 set, and then of course we have the Dokaivi King pet, and then we had this level 6 Trickster, which I believe was one of the Halloween event pets that you can get from the shop from like a year or 2 ago. So we have Jin. He is 155,000 almost, and for him we have Season 5 QWERTY set, Havoc set, but we're missing one piece, so we just took a Season 5 QWERTY piece from the shop that looked nice on him and put it there. That matched the aesthetic a little bit. And then we have Havoc. I actually want to switch out Havoc for a different pet, because Havoc looks really good on Jin, especially as everything's red and all, but he's just not a very strong pet. 161,000 on our leg. She has full Marionette Season 5 set, and then she has the coordinated pet, Annie and Momo. We also have Princeon on her, and we have the full Princeon set as well for Lay. That was our old Cordy set for her. Then we have Vigus. Vigus is 165,000. He has the full Ordo Squad Season 5 set excluding gloves, so we just put some random Season 5 gloves on there and called it a day. We also have the Noir skin set for Vigus. Elysis. This is the skin set or Cordy set you'll see repeat, the other one that I said I have 2 of, and you'll see why. Or if you already know my channel, you already know. Make sure you leave a comment down below if you already knew that this Cordy set I had 2 of, just by simply seeing it on Elysis, or if this is your first time finding that out. So we have one of her class sets, but we have the full Season 6 Star Guardian Cordy set, and then we have the Berry Pet and Dooley. Not really counting Guy Kaz as a pet too much, because he's so legendary and super rare that it'll just boggle everybody's mind too many times that I have that many of him. So 181,000 almost on our AI. We bought the set that released with her, just because we wanted those extra stats, and I was rushing her to level 85. Got her to 85 in the first few hours of her release. But it's the Season 7 Blue Ocean Cordy. And the pet is actually really, really good too, Sherbet. I really like this pet for her. Move forward to Edel. And we have 191,000. We have the full Season 4 Dog Star set, except for the boots. So we just put the boots on from Edel's exclusive Top or True Arachne set that we turned into Cordy, because you get it from her exclusive world that they don't even force you to play at the beginning of her story anymore. We have Sirius as her pet, which I think is a pretty good pet. And then we're getting to our 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 top characters, so getting close. So we're also getting very close to our 200k or SS plus characters. So we have Dio right here. I actually have I think I overmade. Yeah, I made 2 of these accidentally for him, and neither one of them are good enough to go in there, which I think is funny. But yeah, 196,500. We have the Ebon Inferno set, Season 5, and then we have Sirius, or Salian, sorry. And a lot of people I feel like have said Salian's not a very strong pet. I think he's decent. I mean, he does good single target damage for the most part, and we have dueling. Alright. We have Decany. 216,000. Full Pirate Queen, Season 6 set, excluding the upper head Cordy. Well, actually, no, we have the upper head Cordy. We're just missing this, I believe. Something like that, yeah. Okay, no, we have the arm, which is this. We're missing the upper head. Okay, yeah. But we have this one because this gives 3% critical attack chance, and it was an exclusive item that you can't get anymore upon Decany's release. They did the same thing for AI, except I didn't end up getting that one because I was very busy at work all that month, pretty much. But yeah, we also had the Lunatic Witch set, an additional Princeon set, and then we have the Fallen Angel set as well. So we have a lot of stuff for, well, not the full Fallen Angel, but we have partial Fallen Angel set for her. So we have a lot of stuff for her. We go forward, we got Rin. So we're getting very close to our top 3. 211,000 almost. We have the full Black Swan Cordy set, which I'm going to show you guys something about this, which is really cool in a moment here. Rosie, and then we have the Raven set from, or the Raven set pet, because on Grand Chase's 2-year anniversary, they're giving away the full Raven set Cordy, including the pet, for anybody who did their logins for the 15 days or whatever. And they gave you like 2 months to do it, so. But it is a full free set, which these sets are like $120 to like $200 USD, so that's a really good deal. We have the Club Fashion set, and then yeah, go into this set. If you have the full set for the Sea skin or whatever, your character gets a different emote, but depending on their male or female. But they get a different lobby emote than their typical one. They do this ballerina twirl, and then they land here, which is pretty cool because there's only like 3, maybe 4 sets that give you. Oh, sorry, 3, maybe 4 sets that give you stuff like that. And the male version looks pretty cool too. So Rufus is our number 4 character, 217k or 216k. Solar Desert Cordy, Season 7 set, full set, and the Mori pet, and then dually. But we go here, and now we're in our top 3. So Asin, we have 240,000. We have the full Project Requiem Cordy set from Season 6, and we have my new pet. Runes, we definitely need to update these runes. I don't play Asin much anymore. A lot of my other characters have been making their way up. Like Asin's been sitting at 240k for a while now, and everybody else has kind of been going up. So eventually he'll probably be one of my weaker characters, but right now, next we'll show cards. We don't actually put, or I don't actually slot cards in anything unless it's a True Iron Dragon. Although for Asin I made an exception. I started slotting Phantom Phoenix gear. That's epic rarity, which you or ancient rarity, relic rarity, whatever. But you can't get those anymore. So I have a lot of the filler crit cards in here. So the reason why is because these 3 crit cards aren't hard to get. Because I'm 90% sure, not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure each of these 3 crit cards you can get from the story, like doing your missions or whatever, unless they've changed it. Just, you know, only one of each, but I pulled some from different characters. I pulled some from boxes. I've pulled some by doing the dungeons themselves and getting them, because I have every character max level. They're good crit cards. They're not phenomenal because they don't have any taint resistance, and the S tier critical attack chance damage bullcrap cards. Those cards, I'll show you them in a minute on a different character. But yeah, MP recovery isn't very strong, and I'll go over that more later. And then we just threw attack in here. We just kind of threw a bunch of random stuff on our Asin. But if we get some more better cards in here, we could easily get him in 300k if we just get our helm, our chest piece, and our gloves, or our boots up, and then just put some better cards in there. We'll get him up to 300k easy. But I'll go more and more in depth on the cards as we go further up through the characters. But here's our Ronan. We have 333.3k. We have a mix of 2 different sets on right now. We have the Dark Rexian set, which when he released was a very important set. Well, not a very important set, but it was the only Cordy set that was out on his release, so we ended up buying it, plus it looked good. But then we grabbed all the year 2 anniversary Cordy from that thing, and we gave it to Ronan, and then we kind of popped on which ones gives better stats, as well as which ones just look nice. I think this looks nice, really nice together. Now, here's where I said I'll go more into the cards. So these are, in my opinion, there's 3 S tier cards for, well, there's 2 like S minus tier cards, and then there's 1 S plus tier card. And I make that exception of like S plus and S minus instead of going from S to A. I make that exception for critical attack damage because there's just one card that stands so far above the rest, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you already know what that is. That it's not even comparable, but these are good replacements if you don't have it. So the best replacements are Burkus, 26.39% chance, which some of you guys who watch the channel or met me in Grand Chase know I'm working on a spreadsheet, or even just the spreadsheet's on Reddit, so some people have seen me on Reddit and talked to me in Grand Chase. But yeah, I have a spreadsheet documenting drop rates. So basically I go into dungeons, I write down how many drops, how many runs I do it, what drops, how many times or whatever. And Burkus, if I'm correct, is sitting at like a 5% drop rate, so you're guaranteed a card from Burkus's lair. But you only have about a 1 in 20 chance of it being Burkus. So if you ran with all 21 characters a day through Burkus's lair, you'd get maybe one of these on average. It's not a crazy high drop rate. Although my sample size for runs is like 70 to 80, something like that. So I could increase my sample size, and I'm working on that. But I also work a full-time job and do other things in life and obligations and this and that. So I only have so much time on this game. So Harrier Cavalry General is the other S- tier card, because it's just 0.04% critical attack damage reduction, but it has 0.78% taint resistance. So I would argue that this is actually better than Burkus, even though it's got slower or lower critical attack damage, but it comes with a taint resist, which is going to help you in Temple of Time, which is 30%, or Siege of Taroka, which is 20%, or if you go to Harrier, I believe Harrier taint percentage starts at 40% and goes all the way to like 95%. So if you don't have taint resistance, you're not going to be able to do much on that continent, pretty much. Although the only way to get this card is through Harrier. So going to the next thing, Vitality. Lizard Man is like a 30% drop rate in Burkus's lair so far. Really high Vitality, and you always want to have Vitality in your helmet, not defense. Just because Vitality will actually increase your total attack. Not by much, but by some. Defense won't do it at all. Other good replacement cards for it is like anything from Siege of Taroka for the most part that gives you Vitality, because like this gives you 3 less Vitality but gives you 0.5% taint resist. So if you put this on, you'll get, in all 3 slots, you get 9 less Vitality, which isn't much, but you'll get 1.5% taint resist, which is actually a much bigger deal. Then there's other cards like this from Harrier, or I think those are the only ones I have in my warehouse right now. Chess piece. These are really good chess piece cards. Some of the absolute best chess piece cards. Not the absolute #1 best, but these are like your good A tier ones. So the way that I describe S tier is like this is S tier is indisputably the best card. You don't want something less than this, right? A tier I describe as if you can't have S tier cards because they're all super ridiculously rare. Use A tier cards. These are like your very good cards. They'll give you, typically 9 times out of 10, they'll give you taint resistance. But on occasion, there's like some that just give such good stats without taint resist that I will recommend them as A tier, and then I'll put like B tier as like anything without taint resist but gives good stats. And I'll make a full video on this later, going over what the best cards in Grand Chase Classic are and where to get them and how to get them and the best way to get them and the drop rates and stuff. Currently working my drop rates spreadsheet. Currently working on a few different videos at the moment and grinding out different card manuals, pet manuals, or whatever. And just, you know, doing my own research and putting everything down into my spreadsheet and then making my own scripts and stuff. So got a lot of, you know, and then working my full-time job and other things. So I got a lot of stuff going on, but I'm trying to get this stuff up for you guys. But yeah, keep posted on my channel. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button if you want to see more of this content, but also just if you want to see that information on what I believe are the best cards, how to get them, the drop rates, etc. I will be making a video for those soon. I will be setting them all to their own tiers and everything else. So yeah, just make sure to stick around. So Q Ronos is one of those cards that is really good because it gives the best special attack in the entire game other than Serotonin, which Serotonin is literally the exact same guy as this guy but blue, and he's the Harrier version, except that one gives like 0.5% taint resist and like slightly less. I think I might even have one on him. Yeah, here we go. Serotonin, 0.96% taint resist and 772, whereas this guy's got 765, and I always forget for some reason because I don't have a lot of these cards. There's one other card that's like practically S tier, and it's this one right here, because Serotonin is indisputably the best because these are the only 3 cards like 700 some special attack, and they're 765, 772, and 774. The thing is though, this is the only one that's in the 700s that has taint resistance. So Serotonin is indisputably an S rank card because it also gives 1% taint resist, and I would say this A tier because it is really good, but you can't dispute the difference between 0 and 1% taint resist, because if you have 6 of those, that's 6% taint resist compared to 0% taint resist, which could end up costing you thousands of your stats. More of the kind of like A tier and then S- tier cards, and then I should take this MP recovery off, to be honest. This is an A tier card for attack. And then this is the best attack card. There's two S tier attack cards, I would say. This one is 507 attack and 0.47% taint resist. Now the reason why I say that it's disputable that there's two of them is because if we go all the way down here, there is also Rennick. So this one gives you 455 attack and 0.97% taint resist. So you lose 550 attack, but you'll gain double the taint resist. So these aren't indisputably one's better than the other, but the good thing about this one is you can actually get it while you're doing your Temple of Time runs, because that's where that card comes from. Now we go to our final and strongest, which is Mari, where we have the duplicate set to our Elysis. And we'll explain that why in a second here. So we go here, we have 509,000 total attack. Runes, these are more adjusted because there's like tier 5s, tier 4s, tier 5s. And I will be making a rune video eventually as well. Pets, we have Aslan, which is my personal favorite. We also have Barry from the set that I'm wearing. Ringmaster, super ultra rare pet right here that nobody has. And then Cordy. Our Cordy's all over the place. Like, we have a full Linus set because that's what we liked and I thought looked really good on Mari when I got her. But we ended up throwing this set on because this set gives us taint resistance. Now we're one piece short for taint resist if we go to the... Yeah, there we go. Oh no, we're 2 pieces short, my bad. Reason for that is because we're missing, I believe we're missing the upper head ornament for the set. And then we also have this one because it'll increase our stats, and this one because it'll increase our stats, because these both give 3% critical attack chance. And this from the Linus set, but yeah. If we go past that, we have this set, like I said, we have a couple miscellaneous things. This set here, this piece here, like I said, we're missing the upper head ornament of this set. So we just have this one. Because one, I think it looks cool and unique because no other Mari really has it. Because this is the horn that you get from crafting it in it was one of the events. The Illusions of Memory event, which was only available like the month before Decany released, and then it disappeared again. So we go back to Mari, we'll show the cards. We have the Voidal Devourer weapon. We don't have super great rolls on it, I don't believe. I've re-rolled this thing like 20 plus times, and I just stopped eventually once I had both the critical attack chance and damage. Hell Spear's kind of useless. Back attack damage is good, it just doesn't increase your total attack, but it is good. If you wanted to have a perfect roll in this, in my opinion, you would probably have, instead of, like for your TA, you would probably not have this, you would have MP recovery. Because MP recovery, I'll go over again why, but MP recovery increases your TA drastically. And then you would want to, instead of having vitality, you'd want to have attack. And then instead of having Hell Spear, you'd want to have special attack. That would give you the biggest increase on your TA as well as effective damage. Other than maybe getting rid of back attack, you would want that instead of the MP recovery. And I'll go over that here. I'll just go over that here instead of going to the next stuff. So back attack, a lot of people, or MP recovery, a lot of people just dump things and points at MP recovery. 89.99% doesn't mean I have only like 89.99% MP recovery rate. It means I have 189.99% MP recovery rate. Now, I have 508,000 as my top stat character for my Mari. I'm missing a couple rolls here, but more importantly than that, the reason why I'm missing it is the same reason some people have ludicrous amounts like 900,000 or 800,000 or 700,000, more commonly like 600, 700,000. And then people do like super mean builds like 800, 900k. And the reason for that is people spam MP recovery. For some reason, MP recovery just overwhelmingly increases your total attack in Grand Chase for your stats. Now, That's what I call inflated or false TA though. The reason why I call it that is because of the fact that MP recovery is not as useful as having special attack. You want to have special attack instead of MP recovery, and you want to have base attack instead of MP recovery. The reason being, attack will increase your damage on your basic attacks and your overall damage, and if you unslot your 6 attack cards, it's going to be like 2400 attack, which will easily decrease your damage by a minimum 10%, if not more. And then if you reduce your special attack, you know, that's going to and your special attack cards could be for like 700, so that will reduce your special attack by 4200, if not more. So your special attack will be about half, but you can almost double your MP recovery. So why would you, so thinking about it, why would you not just trade off your special attack, half of it, for doubling your MP recovery and then having much higher total attack? The reason for that being is 1, cooldowns on your abilities, and 2, you might be able to use your abilities twice as often, or nearly twice as often, if you use the hold Z method, but you won't be able to do as much damage. You'll be doing basically half damage on each attack, but you won't actually technically be able to cast the attacks anywhere near as half, because you can't hold for your 4th bar. Normally when you're in a fight, you have to hold to, you know, and you can't use your basic attacks when you fight. When you're holding, you can't use your basic attacks. And if you hold for like an S key or a D key or like a 2 bar or a 3 bar, or you're normally going to get smacked by the time you get it off. Typically you only be able to get off like a 1 bar, and that's because you're already in the middle of using a 1 bar or something like that. I hope I explained that well enough, but you don't want to spam MP recovery. You'll get a crap ton of it anyways by getting it on your rolls, and I'm still missing like 20-30% at least. But because I mostly focus on critical attack chance and critical attack damage on every one of these. Because basically, critical attack damage and increasing your total attack and all that is super important, because what makes it effective TA is if you get your critical strike chance to max by upgrading your hero collection the whole way, and by having 5 characters 85, you get 20% here and 5% there. So that's a 25% crit chance automatically. Then you get crit chance on all of your things here without slotting any crit chance cards. Then you'll have about like a 95 to 100% crit chance almost, and you can actually increase your critical attack chance in your hero collection over here too. There's cards or sets here. I'll find them. Like I know I have at least one of them. Yeah, you can get like 4 or 5 different sets in here that give you critical attack chance, totaling it up to like another 1.2 to 1.5%. So there's that too. But yeah, you can get nearly 100% crit chance on your characters. And then for your weapons, you want to have critical attack chance. Critical attack damage. And the reason for that is because if you have 100% crit chance and then you have really high critical attack damage and you have really high base attack, we'll say this equates to 1 damage per attack, right? Which isn't exactly how it works, but say it does. That's 29,031 damage, right? And if you have 100% crit chance or near it, you're basically guaranteed your critical attack damage on every shot. So now you're guaranteed 6.5, 7 times, 8 times as much damage on every single hit. So instead of having 29,000, you could have 200,000 damage on every attack because your crit chance is so high. And then your critical attack damage is so high. Now, again, I'm missing some, because if you look here, I have like a B tier critical attack damage there, and then I have another B tier, and then I have a couple an S minus tier, an A tier, and then 3 more S minuses. And then I just don't have all the best cards because, like I said, I work and I have a whole bunch of other obligations, but I do my best for getting this data for you guys and recording these videos and getting this information. I have done my research on this game through other videos, Reddit posts, and just my own looking at the game, going through the entire collection, making a spreadsheet, so many other things. I do have, if you were paying attention, I do have kind of low taint resist on my Mari. Like if we go here, 35.59%, it's good. that's good enough to do all of it for Troka and Temple of Time, but if I go to Harrier, I actually have a Taint Resist build that I do instead. One, I'll get rid of this piece here, and I'll replace it with the one here, and that'll give me 5% extra Taint Resist. And then if I go over here, I also have Taint Resist runes. So like if I put my Taint Resist build on, which is, I lock it up so I can't lose it. I don't think I have Taint Resist there, but if we go here, we go from 35.59% to 46.78. So I get 10% about, or 11% from that, another 5% from that, and then I have 2 chase level builds. So for this chase level build, I actually go full into attack, and I 100% my Taint Resist. So that's 7% more. So that takes me to 42.59, and then I get the other 5%, so that's 47.59, and then 11%. So I have about 60% Taint Resistance on my full Taint Resist build. And I'll show you what I do here. There's a better way to go about it if you want to be super specific for all of your characters. But for me, I just go full EXP on every single character, and then I go full attack. And then once I have full attack, that's when we'll go into more specialized stuff for every character. But for me, that's just too time consuming to specialize every single character. But for certain characters, it's better to go for like this, or this, or this, or this. It really, or even that. It really just depends on what the character is. But yeah. Anyways, I do really genuinely appreciate you guys watching. I really, really do. And don't forget to hit that like or subscribe button if you enjoyed it, if you're looking forward to any of these other videos that I might make. If you have made it this far, drop a comment down below letting me know which of those videos you would want to see me put out the quickest, or if there's any other video you want to see me put out really quick, or rather sooner. Just because I have a long laundry list of video ideas that I have, and a lot of obligations and a lot of things I'm trying to do in this game, but I'm going to do a warehouse showcase, nothing crazy in here. I mean, to people that aren't as far in the game, you're probably already like, what the heck about, you know, the amount of these, or the amount of these, or that, or... But for me, you know, I'm kind of just chilling. 209 Harrier Purge Pearls, that's nice. I didn't realize I had that many. Just a crap ton of potions and the pet runes. 2 pet manuals, because I just got my first one each of those recently. Because newer Grand Chase Classic players might not know this, but you can now get champion rewards by doing regular dungeons, because champion no longer exists for anywhere other than Harrier. So you can now play and you can get your Rutherford pet creation. But when I played this and got all my characters at 85, loot drop rates were way lower, characters were way weaker, you didn't have the opportunity to get as high of total attacks, so dungeons were just way harder, but there was still champion mode. And you had to do champion mode to get these pet manuals. Now you can do any dungeon and have a chance of getting their pet manuals. So that's super nice for you guys, and I'm happy for you guys for that, because it reduces the grind and allows you to get other stuff. But anyways, that's another discussion for another video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you guys next time.